Good evening, everyone. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. And I want to share with you tonight something that I am researching and trying to put together the pieces of the importance of what I'm watching on December 12th and what other people are watching on December 26th. I do not discount at all the importance of December 26th. We have a major eclipse, a total solar eclipse on December 26th in Sagittarius, and it's Jupiter is right there. Okay, Jupiter is like within the eclipse frame. Within Sagittarius, this very important sign that's coming on December 26th. And there's an asteroid, a very close asteroid flying by on December 26th. That could be the day of the judgment without a doubt, okay? I'm trying to understand what I'm watching on December 12th, why I'm seeing everything so powerfully on December 12th, and why I'm seeing, why other people are watching December 26th. How can we connect these two? And so what I was, trying to understand, there's a 14-day difference between December 12th and December 26th. And I've talked to you in the past about the female child of Leviticus chapter 12. The female child, there's a birthing ritual of 14 plus 66 days. Okay, so could there be a connection between the birth of the Antichrist, the female child, born on, the female child being born on December 12th, but not being, going through the birth ritual for 14 more days. So there's a 14-day window, and then 66 more days. So this is what I'm putting together here, okay? Remember what I'm watching. Okay, I'm trying to understand, and I think this video will be more easily understood by people who've been following what I've been sharing, because number one, I'm trying to take into consideration at least 3 different calendars. I'm looking at the Hebrew calendar, which December 13th is Kislev 15. The importance of December 12th on the Gregorian calendar and all the signs from December 12th that we've been watching, but then also the understanding of December 12th being Kislev 24, the 24th day of the 9th month on the Enoch calendar. Okay, so this is what I've put together for you. I'm following right now within this understanding. I'm watching the Enoch calendar, and this is how I'm coming to understand this based on the Enoch calendar. Now, there's a lot of uniqueness about the Enoch calendar. The Enoch calendar is, in a lot of ways, a very pure calendar that is the most easily understood, seeing that it basically has the same new year every year at the spring equinox. And it goes 364 days, and there's no change from year to year. There's no change. It's from equinox to equinox is the 364-day Enoch calendar. Okay, so let me walk you through where we are, where we are on December 12th and how I've come to that understanding. Now, I've shared this in previous videos, so up to Kislev 24, December 12th. I've shared this in previous videos to give us the understanding how we can see Kislev 24 on December 12th. Okay, so we're in the Enoch calendar. It's 364-day calendar. March 21st is spring equinox, and that would be the beginning of the year, day 1, Nisan 1, spring equinox. So if we go from March 21st and we add 266 days, it brings us to December 12th. December 12th is Kislev 24. Okay, how can we translate 266 days to give us the understanding of Kislev 24? Okay, the Enoch calendar works like this. It has 12 months of 30 days each, which is 360 days. And then in the months where there are equinoxes, between the 2 equinoxes and the 2 solstices, there is an extra day added. The 4 equinoxes equal 4 days. So it's 360 days plus 4 days. So basically it's the calendar has 8 months of 30 days and 4 months of 31 days. Okay? And that rounds out the 364-day year with the 4 equinoxes. Okay, so we have 8 months. I want to break down the 266 days to help you understand that December 12th is Kislev 24 on the Enoch calendar. 8 months. Okay, if we go 8 months of 30 days, that brings us to 240 days on the calendar. 240 days on the calendar. Within those 8 months, there are 2 equinoxes, which is the summer equinox and the fall equinox. Okay, so that's 240 days plus the 2 equinox days, 242 days plus 24 days to bring us to day 266. So we have 8 months fulfilled. 242 days is 8 months, and we are in the 9th month, and it's 24 days to bring us to day 266. Okay, remember that in the calendar, okay, God's got worked into the calendar a birthing cycle. Okay, a birthing cycle. So from Nisan 1 to Kislev 24, it's 266 days, which is it's relative to September 23rd on the Gregorian calendar, the 266th day of the year. Okay, and so it's like a birthing cycle. From Nisan 1 is the conception. From the beginning of the year, the 266th day of the year, we're coming to the 9-month cycle. Not quite 9 months, but almost the fulfilling of the 9 months. The 24th day of the 8th month. And that's a common birthing time, 266 days, between 266 and 280 days. So, okay, Kislev 24 is December 12th. And then we have a 14-day interval to this great eclipse that's happening with Jupiter right there. And so that could be the incarnation event of the Antichrist on Christmas. Okay? And this is the fulfillment of all of the Antichrist throughout history receiving power or being worshipped at Christmas. This is the war on Christmas that Barack Obama mentioned, right? And so we have an incarnation event, but what I am seeing is that we will not be here up until that event. I mean, what I'm seeing is that everything that I'm seeing right now is that our escape, okay, the chaos is going to begin around December 11th, 12th, and 13th. Okay, the chaos is going to begin around December 11th, 12th, or 13th. Okay, and this then would mark they're going to bring order out of chaos, but when the chaos begins, I see this as our escape. So I'm watching for the rapture around December 11th, 12th, or 13th. But then we have a 14-day connection. So let's look at Leviticus 12:5. Okay, now Jesus fulfilled the male child. Okay, I've shared this on many occasions. We've been trying to understand how this all works and how it all fits together. But when Jesus was born, he fulfilled the 40 days of the male child. The male child is born, and 7 days later he's presented in the temple. He's circumcised on the 8th day, and then on the 40th day, right? Then he fulfills the birthing ritual, and the mother is purified from her uncleanness on the 40th day. And that's the birthing ritual for the male child. But the female child, and I've shared this, how the Antichrist is applicable to the female child, and that is why the Antichrist is gay, and it fulfills the female child because it comes in the spirit of a girl. Even President of Iran, when he spoke at the United Nations, presented the coming of the 12th Mahdi, the 12th Imam, the Mahdi that was coming. And he even said in that speech, he's coming in the spirit of a girl. Okay? So this fulfills their understanding of the spirit of a girl that is coming as the 12th Imam, the Mahdi. And so the Antichrist spirit, and that's why it says of the Antichrist that he does not have desire for women. Does not desire women. Okay? Because he's gay. Okay? Well, anyway, what this says, it says, if she bear a maid child, she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. So we have within the birthing ritual of the female, it's a 14-day birthing ritual, and then there's 66 days. So even within the woman, the birth of the female, we have the connection to 66 days of the Antichrist. 66 is the number of the Antichrist. Okay, 666, 66. Why is that within the birthing ritual of the woman? 66 days, okay? 66 days, it's 66. And 14, that makes 80 days. So if we go from December 12th, now, and this is what was intriguing me as I was studying this and trying to understand this, I saw that the end of the 80 days brings us exactly to Purim. And this was amazing to me. So this is why I feel like this is definitely something I want, not only want to share, but need to share with you. And the people that are not on board with Barack Obama as the Antichrist are not going to get any of this. But for those who understand that Barack Obama is the Antichrist and we should receive our escape before the actual wrath comes, we should receive our escape before the incarnation of the Antichrist, then this December 12th seems to line up real well with everything else that's coming around December 26th. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So if we go December 12th plus 14 days, that brings us to December 26th. That's the day of the eclipse. It's the day of the near-Earth asteroid. And if we were on day 266 and we add 14, we add the days. Now we're at day 280. 280 days. Okay. And if we go then 66 days from December 26th, and we add 66 days to that. That brings us to March 1st, 2020. March 1st. Now, if we add 66 to 280, that brings us to 346. Okay, 346. Now remember, there are 364 days remaining, 364 days in the calendar of Enoch. So if this was day 346, and we have 18 days that are remaining, okay, 18 days that are remaining to get to the end of the year, then we can figure out what day this is on the Enoch calendar. So we are in the 12th month, okay? There's only 18 days left in the year. So we're in the 12th month of Adar, okay? And there's 18 days remaining. So how can we understand this? Adar is 30 days plus the solstice day, the day of the spring equinox, okay? So that's 31 days, and there's 18 days remaining to the end of the year. 364 minus 18. So if there's 31 days in Adar, and we have 18 days remaining, then we go 31 minus 18, and we have our date. We have the date of the 80-day marker. Okay, and the 80-day marker is the 13th day of the 12th month. And this is Purim. This is the day that was set aside by Haman to annihilate the Jews, but it was on this day that Haman got his due, and Haman was hanged on the 13th day of the 12th month. Okay, and Haman is a representation of the Antichrist. So I'm seeing the connection here. Okay, what I'm seeing right now is the connection between Kislev 24, the shaking of the heavens and the earth, the 80-day birthing ritual of the Antichrist, and there's a 14-day marker with this eclipse, this amazing eclipse on December 26th. Okay, and the end of the 80 days brings us to the day of the judgment on the Antichrist. And I would love to believe and hope and consider that this could be the complete and entire time of the Great Tribulation. That would be amazing. You know, Jesus said that the days would be shortened. Many people totally disregard that. They still say the tribulation is 7 years. Other channels are saying that the tribulation is 14 years. I know you're doing your best to try to understand biblical prophecy, but let's take Jesus at his word. The days of great tribulation have been shortened. Okay? I would love to believe and hope and see that the Great Tribulation could be as short as 80 days. That would be the best news ever. I don't know. I don't know if that is the case. I can't say for sure that that is the case, that the end of the tribulation, the second coming would be on Purim. But that would be an amazing fulfillment of Scripture and God's purpose throughout time to fulfill all of the Scriptures in ways that we would never have imagined or expected. Okay? And so I'm just putting this out for you. And I'm just showing you and sharing with you how everything actually does line up perfectly on the Enoch calendar, bringing us from Kislev 24 plus an 80-day birthing ritual to Purim. Okay, so from Hanukkah to Purim, there's 80 days. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. So I think you could work that out the same way on the Hebrew calendar. If you go from Kislev 24 on the Hebrew calendar to Adar 13 on the Hebrew calendar, then I think you would still get the 80 days. So this is the way I worked it out on the Enoch calendar. I haven't done the numbers on the Hebrew, but I'm pretty sure that it would be the same. Okay? And so this is what I'm sharing, and I believe that December 12th is indeed, or could be indeed, the day of our escape. It just seems so like right, like I do see that the wrath of God is coming sometime very, very soon. And if the wrath is on December 26th with the asteroid and the eclipse at the same time, that could be the wrath. That could be the incarnation of the Antichrist and the beginning of the wrath. But then when would our escape come? I don't think, I think our escape would come before that. And it would be the beginning of the chaos. And basically a 2-week time frame between the beginning of the chaos and the order that they're going to be bringing when the Antichrist is brought back on the scene at Christmas. The war on Christmas, the day of all antichrists, from Nimrod and Baal and all of the antichrists throughout history have been linked to Christmas. So I don't discount December 26th at all. I'm just trying to put all the pieces together and understand how December 12th coordinates with December 26th. And I think that this understanding that I have received could be the answer. Okay, so I hope you're all blessed by this. I'm trying to fulfill my call until the end, and I just keep asking God, what is next? How can we understand this? I went to the Lord in prayer and said, what's going on with the 14 days between December 12th and December 26th? Would you please help me to understand it? And I feel like the Lord answered me by showing me this, this important connection between Hanukkah and Purim, 80 days, and then we've got this discrepancy between December 12th and December 26th. All these people are watching December 26th, and I'm really watching December 12th. And I think that something is definitely happening December 26th. But I think something's happening December 12th that most people are not seeing. So anyway, I don't know what more to add to this right now. And I just leave this for your, encouragement and for your study. And just put your pen on the paper and start adding it all up. See what happens. Read the book of Esther and understand how Adar 13 is the key day for the judgment of the Antichrist. Adar 13, the book of Esther, Haman, Purim. Then we have the fulfillment of Hanukkah and Purim within the Great Tribulation. Wouldn't that be amazing? How it all lines up. Maybe trumpets and the Day of Atonement and Tabernacles is going to be fulfilled after the millennium. I mean, we don't know. We're still waiting and searching. So, okay, I guess that's it. I'll close. I pray you're all blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.